Hey everyone, this is D-Vyne and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're visiting this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that when I upload new videos, you're the first to know. Now we have a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. So TMZ and a bunch of other sites just posted a story about Rihanna appearing on Oprah's Super Soul Conversations podcast, where she talked about the current state of her relationship with singer Chris Brown. And the story kind of blew up, and I've seen a lot of other media houses posting the story, saying that Rihanna has spoken out, saying she still loves Chris Brown. But I couldn't help thinking, this sounds really familiar. Like, I know I've heard all this before. Well, it turns out I have. And it's not that I'm clairvoyant. No, that gift does not run in my family, y'all. But I have literally heard this before because it already happened 8 years ago. Ever since Rihanna did that interview with Oprah back in 2012, it's been no secret that there wasn't much love lost between her and ex-boyfriend Chris Brown, following the beatdown incident that pretty much shocked America back in February of 2009. Back then, a picture of Rihanna's swollen and bruised face was circulated throughout the media, and people were rightfully upset about it, especially when it became clear that the aggressor was her then boyfriend and America's sweetheart at the time, Chris Brown. Now, Chris was only about 19 years old when this incident happened, and he was really enjoying a lot of success in his career. His relationship with Rihanna was very well publicized, and so when this story of abuse came out, I think a lot of people were just shocked that he was capable of doing something like that to someone he claimed to love. Now, fast forward to 2012, and Rihanna appeared on Oprah's Next Chapter to talk about her life and some of its defining moments. She talked about her fame and how it affects her family. She talked about her career and her childhood. The show was filmed in Barbados, which is where Rihanna was born and raised, and they even surprised her mom during the segment with a new house. So they really touched on a lot of different things during the segment. You guys can check out different clips from that interview on the OWN YouTube channel, which I will link down below, or you can listen to the full audio of the interview on Oprah's Super Soul Conversation podcast. So Rihanna also discussed what went down that night between her and Chris Brown and where her relationship stands now with him. And she said a lot during that interview about the incident. She even cried while talking about what happened. And at the time, she had this to say about the state of her and Chris's relationship.
We've been working on our friendship again, and now we're very, very close friends. We built a trust again, and that's it. Like, we love each other, and we probably always will. And that's not anything that we're going to try to change. It's not something you could shut off if you've ever been in love.
So the conversation came about because the audio from that old 2012 interview was just uploaded to Oprah's Super Soul Conversations podcast. But it looks like someone at TMZ thought it was a new interview, or maybe it's just how they worded it because they wanted to be messy. I don't know. But everyone else ran with it, and now we've got both Rihanna and Oprah back in Barbados for some odd reason during a pandemic, talking once again about Chris Brown, saying the same thing word for word, because it literally is just the same old interview that they reposted. So I felt like I needed to clear this up real quick because I almost fell for it for a second until I checked it out. Now, TMZ has since deleted their article on their page, so clearly someone there caught on to the mistake, but a lot of other websites and media houses are still running with the story, so it's kind of a mess. Now, in other news, Big Sean recently expressed in an interview he did with Vulture that he regrets making his hit song IDFWU in the wake of Naya Rivera's passing. Now, for those who don't know, Big Sean and Naya Rivera were involved in a whirlwind relationship back in 2013. They got engaged that same year and ended their relationship a few months after that in 2014. Soon after they break up, he released his hit single IDFWU, and based on the timing of its release and its subject matter, it was automatically linked to his ex-fiancée Naya. Now at the time, Big Sean was riding high on the response from fans and the media. The song was getting a lot of airplay, and he definitely didn't make any effort to clear up the rumors about the song's origin. He recently spoke to Vulture, who asked him if he regretted making the song, especially since many people interpreted it as being about his late ex. He responded, "That's a tough question to answer because I'm still processing a lot of that. I don't feel comfortable talking about it because I want to respect her. She's made such an impact on people, and she's done so many great things in her life and her career that it was hurtful to even have that song be associated with her. It wasn't a diss to her. I truly made the song and played it for her. She knew about it and she liked it. We had a breakup that was very public, and we were young, and we forgave each other and moved on from that. If I would have known something this tragic would have happened, I would have never made the song," end quote. Now, I'm not gonna hold anything against him. If he and Naya were okay after everything, then what right would I have to hold anything against him? That's between him and her. And over the years, I haven't gotten the impression that she held anything against him. Now, I personally believe that he definitely wrote that song with her in mind and took advantage of the media coverage behind their very public breakup to push that song. And he rode the wave for a long time and never really saw fit to clear anything up, despite now saying that he was very hurt that people associated the song with her. I think now, because Naya is no longer with us, people are going to be a lot more sensitive about things like that. He might feel some type of way about it, more so now that this tragic incident has occurred, because it reflects poorly on him. And as I said, when someone passes away, then people tend to be a lot more critical of things like this, and also themselves. But it's not like he came up with the song yesterday. It happened years ago. It wasn't the best choice back then, clearly. It was pretty offensive, and if it wasn't about her, he should have been clear about it from the get-go. But at the time, they were going through a pretty bad breakup, and sometimes people make bad decisions when those types of hurt emotions come into play. It doesn't excuse what he did, but it happens. There was no way for anyone to know that we would lose Naya Rivera so early on in her life and career. But you can't change the past, and they both have had opportunities since that time to change and grow as people. Based on what he has said, they made amends, and I think that's great. I hope that he can find peace in that and forward. Now, after her passing, Big Sean posted a touching tribute to her on his Instagram. In the post, he stated, "Rest in peace, Naya. God bless your soul. Thank you for blessing us all with your talent and presence. You are a hero, not just because of how you saved your son, also because of the barriers you knocked down for so many people to make them feel confident in themselves and to stand tall and be proud when they couldn't achieve that on their own. I appreciate and cherish everything that ever happened between us for making me wiser and a better person. I'm still grieving and in shock. I can't believe this is real. I'm praying for you and your family, and I know you're watching over them and protecting them. Rest in peace, Naya," end quote. It's just a sad situation overall, but hopefully he can move forward and continue to grow as a person. And that's all he really can do now. It makes no sense to hold something like this over his head because Naya has passed away. He says they talked about it and they were okay, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this video. Also turn on your notifications so that whenever I post a new video, you're the first to know. Until next time.